We are here. All right, everyone. We are here. This is Brian Forbes. This is Inside Steppin. Tonight, y'all, we're going to do this recap. We're going to do this recap of Texas Heat. And I'm going to just let you know now my butt is still smoldering. I still got smoke, I think, coming out of my ears, y'all. It's still going on. It's still going. I don't know, man. It's this thing just kind of like, you know, it did what it was supposed to do. That's about the best way I can put that. You know, I got smoke coming out of my ears. If y'all can still see that, you know what I'm talking about. Look, it's Texas Heat, y'all. Texas Heat. You understand? Y'all don't understand. All right. I got jokes. What can I tell you? Anyway, so look at here, y'all. Tonight I have the facilitators of Texas Heat on the show. This is going to be an epic show, like it was an epic event. So y'all stay tuned for that, and we're going to get this party started. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe that I really need to do too much introduction at this point, because if you follow this show, you're pretty familiar with most of the players in the game. But let me begin by stating, first and foremost, this event, Texas Heat, was, by my best estimation, one of the better events that I've probably been to in my history of enjoying stepping events. And y'all know I don't mind saying who I think does better events. And I know sometimes it can get a little sensitive for some people, but and that's unfortunate, because I don't want anybody, when I give props to people and events, it doesn't mean that I'm taking anything away from others. It only means that I like to give accolades to those who move me some kind of way, who move the people around me some kind of way. So just know that this is none of the things that I say are a slight to anyone else's event. But I'm going to say this. Y'all know I always like to say I got a top 5. Somebody just got bumped. I'm going to just put it like that. Somebody just got bumped. Because my man NIKEE knocked it out of the park. Maybe y'all didn't hear me. I said my man NIKEE knocked it out of the park. Look at here. This thing was phenomenal. And we're going to talk about all of that. But before we get started, because I couldn't do this without the two people who made it all possible, Crystal and NIKEE. So, ladies and gentlemen, none other than Crystal and NIKEE. Good evening, you two.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Forbes.
Man, look, let me first start by saying I appreciate y'all coming on. And, man, let me ask you, how do y'all feel right now? I mean, like, has it sunk in yet what a great event that you had? Have y'all gotten any sleep, or how you feeling right now?
Well, we're pretty tired. That's first.
I can only imagine. Because I'm going to put it like this. I'm tired. Okay, so I know y'all got to be tired. My body is still sore. I ain't going to lie. Look, man, I woke up. I ain't been this stiff in a minute. We got a straight up workout all weekend. This thing started on Thursday. We got to the studio. I think we got there about 11 o'clock. We finally rolled into town. I didn't even go to my hotel. Mm-hmm. We came straight to the event. And, man, my man DJ Smooth, Daryl Smooth Greenwood, was on the ones and twos doing what he does, man. He was cutting up, and we had a really good time. And, you know, we enjoyed it almost to the end. So I think we got to our hotel probably about 1 or 2 in the morning, and we checked in, only to get up on Saturday for it to start all over again. I'm sorry, Friday. I'm tripping. Friday for it to start all over again. Now, listen, I was impressed with the turnout of the hierarchy of the Steppin world. Being at your event all the way down here in South Texas, that almost doesn't happen. Matter of fact, I can't recall a time when it does happen. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. NIKEE, how did you pull that off?
I think it was over time, like I building relationships, what I'm saying, instead of burning bridges. So I just built a lot of relationships and rapport with people. And I think when you build that type of rapport, the respect comes with it. Man, straight arrow, flexible, things like that. It's just, rolling with integrity, having a moral compass, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it takes, and then having a beautiful wife and a support system like her made it all
Absolutely.
come together. It wouldn't have been the event it would have been if it wasn't for her.
Well,
Really,
and my girl Crystal, of course, she got the standing ovation at the event because everybody knows, when it come to us, man, our women always get the props.
Yes.
But Crystal, you did a phenomenal job, and I know for a fact that you were offered help from other directions, and and I thought it was so funny. I'm not laughing. Trust me, I'm not laughing because now it definitely ain't funny. And you were just kind of like, in that little timid voice of yours, and I got it. And I was just like, okay. And I left it like, but listen, you had it times 10. You killed it. You did it. You did that. Y'all did that. Okay.
And I wasn't really sure. I didn't know what I needed until I went through the experience.
Uh-huh.
And I'm the kind of person that once I get started on something, it's hard for me to stop, and it's hard for me to turn things over to people because I feel like I'm going to give it everything. Not to say that somebody else won't, but I just wanted to give this everything. And it was a lot that I wanted to do myself and make sure it was right. And I really didn't honestly know exactly where to fit people in, but I learned a lot, and I learned what it feels like physically to try to do everything yourself.
Yeah,
you
like
did.
Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. I'm like LeBron James. I delegate. I don't
See,
have time. I
well,
delegate.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: you did such a good job. You made it look easy. All right,
Mhm.
whether it was easy or not, I don't know. It couldn't have been. But I'm gonna just tell you like this: logistically speaking, visually speaking, just the aesthetics, everything. I mean, just across the board. You did it. You were so cool about it. You just kept a cool head, never no stress. You didn't look stressed. You just floated through this thing with grace. And for that, you have my applause. You are phenomenal. You did that. You did that like nobody's business. You get you got mad props for that one from me.
At the same time, I have to say there were a lot of people in place with a lot of years experience, like Pete Frazier, Shorty Smooth, Belinda Jones, who really stepped in, and I didn't have to tell them what to do, what to say, and they made it a whole lot easier.
Yeah, and then like Shawnee's and our esteemed judges, they kind of
Right, we
had
didn't have to explain anything to the
right.
judges.
Yeah.
Shorty Smooth.
And y'all had a great panel of judges, by the way. That was over 500 years of collective stepping on that stage.
There was dinosaur numbers. AD.
Yeah, that was you had a phenomenal crew up there. That's one of the things, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Crystal, because like you said, y'all put all the right people in all the right places. I've not seen anybody able to do that. That was just, and you're gonna hear me say multiple times through this show how phenomenal it was. But go ahead, Crystal.
that was all NIKEE. He's the socialist. He's the one with all the relationships. If it was left up to me, it would have just been me struggling.
Well, that's one of the things that I like about NIKEE is that he's able to bridge certain gaps with people, and he's able to find he has an ability to work through issues and problems with people rather than let them linger and turn into manifest into something else. And with that, because of that ability, I can say honestly and truly that the energy in every single room, and when I say room, I mean just at the studio, at the venue, at the hotel, the energy in that whole event was so just,
oh my God, it was out
so
there.
electric, man.
There.
It was just, there was no anybody. I think if anybody in there had any problems in the world for them 3 or 4 days, they forgot. I know I did. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the people. I was walking around like I was high.
I know for a fact. I remember my boy TV Tony. Tony was like, I haven't danced like this since 1970. I can't remember. It's funny to me, and I've been around him for at least 34. I can't remember a time I seen him just go in. Like, he'll go in for 3 minutes, right? 3 or 4 minutes, and he go back to chilling. This time he was on alert. The whole, Annette,
Oh man, Annette killed it. She was out there doing the thing.
Ted, Tori, Shanice, they were just going in. Drew, Tabitha, you, Poppy. It's just so many people. Everybody was just wilding out. I mean, everybody was just having a good time, eating, fellowship, and it was beautiful.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that was the biggest help for me, was other people's energy. When I'm tired and I'm frustrated and I'm overthinking, everybody else's energy just kind of kept me going.
It's like a drug. I'm telling you,
it is.
I felt like I literally felt like I was high after it was all over, and I went and I sat down when I got home. It was like I still had to come down off of it. I ain't gonna lie. It literally lifted. It was the wind beneath the wings of steppers. I have not seen anything like this in a minute.
We stayed 2 more days at the whole hotel, went to work and went back just to calm down. Like,
I can imagine.
Just to calm down. We just got back to our home. Just got back to our home.
Yeah, cause and then on Friday, we were all in the studio, with the meet and greet, wilding out. You saw, man, and what really tripped me out is, I think it was on Friday, there was a bunch of us standing out in front of the hotel. It was myself, Pony Mac, Josiah Burt, Doc, Tick, Casper was out there, Andre Blackwell, and they were out there clowning and acting crazy. And then here come Cab pull up, and here come Tony Bowen and Sheila Watkins jumping out. I was like, look at this, man.
Yes, sir.
Look at this. And then, and of course, Kim Bowie was walking around having himself a great time. He was just having just a ball. You know? It was, man, it was, I don't have enough words to describe the energy and the way this whole thing felt. So by the time Saturday actually came, I ain't gonna lie, we had already partied so hard that it was like,
that's the same thing I was saying. I was like, I thought that was it. And it's my event. I thought we already had the contest.
Right, exactly. That's how I felt. I felt like, man, we already done partied butts off up till now.
Call me and say, look, you supposed to be over there making sure the floor and stuff. And I called you. Remember, I said, oh my God. I said, Brian, meet me over at the spot. I'm at the Bayou Convention Center, because we gotta go through everything and make sure the sound check.
Yes.
Stephen Ray did a masterful job with the lights. Everything,
the Bayou Convention Center. Let's talk about that right quick.
Yes,
man.
yes.
That place was bananas. It was beautiful. It was set up well. I don't know that there's anything else you could ask for. The only thing I'm thinking is that come next year, you're gonna need a bigger joint. I'm just saying, because the turnout was crazy this year.
It was packed. And you know what was funny?
Next year,
I didn't know everybody was gonna get a concert. Shout out to Carmichael singing all 3 of your new albums that came out. All of them.
Yeah, Carmichael gave us a concert, didn't he?
Right, all 3 of them. And Tim Jones in the building. Let me say Tim Jones.
Yeah, Tim Jones. And by the way, if any of y'all on this feed want to know who Tim Jones is, let me remind you. He's the guy who came onto my live, and we were standing in front of my backdrop, and he goes, my name is Tim Jones. I'm a Scorpio, and I like to take long walks in the park. With the funny hat on, that was him. So y'all get a good laugh out of that one later on. I thought he was bugging out. But anyway, that's one of Carmichael's producers. So, But yeah, he gave us a great concert. But one thing I want to everything about the venue, man, was beautiful. It was elegant. It was a top-notch event. You put this thing over across the board. But now going back to the studio right quick, I want to give shouts out to Larry Duncan and his people over there. Man, listen, talk about a great host. Now, I've always liked that dude anyway because I've always gone to the studio whenever I go to Houston most of the time. Somebody's giving a set there, and I enjoyed all of that. But he made it very welcoming, very warm. He gave the people what they wanted. And shouts out to Cajun Affairs, the young lady that catered, because I ain't going to lie, the food was good. We enjoyed the hell out of the food. They fed us well. Man.
And then we got to give a shout out to Beamer, too. Beamer did.
Give all the shout outs. I want to bring them.
Oh, my God. Woo.
Yep. So, let's not forget the creator of your shirts there. Crystal, show us that shirt. I went to go get mine, and Crystal told me, we ain't got nothing left but 5X.
So this one,
Sarah Teagle,
is my Facebook cover, and so Sarah Teagle took my Facebook cover and turned it into a rhinestone design.
She did a phenomenal job.
Yeah,
she did a beautiful job. I like those.
A couple of days before and said, do you have a T-shirt? And she emailed me right back with this design, and she left a bag of shirts with us, and we sold them all at the brunch.
Yeah, because my manufacturer, he went out of town. He went to the Texas Heat. My manufacturer.
Excuse me. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway. I knew you was going to do that. I knew you was going to do that. I knew it.
We had a second shirt as well that the instructors wore during the workshops, and me and my sister made those.
Yeah, we had all you guys, because it's called Black Generational Wealth. We keeping it all in the family.
That's right, keeping it in the family. And that right there is one of the things that I was going to mention, because that's one thing that we did. Now, I want to talk about in particular. Now, I don't know if it's just me. I don't know about anybody else. But the DJ that you had in there on Friday, DJ Flex, look at here. I had never heard of this guy before.
Yeah.
All I got to say is DJ Flex tore it up.
Yes,
he killed the game.
Yeah, he the rookie to LeBron James.
Man, he brought that smoke, Jack.
Yeah, he brought that thunder and lightning. Believe
man, what? I was like, who is this dude? Because I'm standing there looking at him. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, and what really at first I was like, because I think it was, I don't know if it was you or somebody else that said, tell him to play Visions. And I was like, okay. So I went over there and I said, man, brother to brother, man, Visions. He was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I was like, oh. Okay, but then after a while, I'm listening to him play. I'm like, damn, dude's smoking it. He tearing it up. Yeah. Somebody need to get him a copy of Visions, huh?
Tony TB was like, man, I danced like that since I was at the Keenan's Club or whatever. Like, it was in 79.
Man, he got it in. Shouts out to DJ Flex. Where is he from?
He from Gary, Indiana.
DJ Flex out of Gary, Indiana. He tore it up, man.
We was in the sandbox. I told him if I ever did something that I was gonna bring him with me.
Well, he didn't disappoint. He tore it up. He got it in, man. I was like, wow, this dude is cutting up sideways. So, but now one thing I wanna point out in particular before we get into the details of the contest and that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to say this. From here in San Antonio, we brought about 30 people.
Yeah.
And thus far, and I still haven't had an opportunity to really debrief with the people from here, but I can honestly say that I do believe that this event made a whole lot of difference in their lives. It made a tremendous impact on them because many of them haven't been to any large events. And even those who hadn't experienced the levels of camaraderie and the levels of Look who in the background. Look at that. Pull a chair, please. Just pull up a chair. Listen, I'm talking about, I didn't think I was going to be seen. She over there creeping around in the background.
Oh, yeah, come on in.
Pull up a chair, ma'am.
co-host.
She over here knocking over stuff. She tearing up the studio. The level of the ability for this event to move them, and I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that this event was a game changer for a lot of people. They had an opportunity, even people that were in Houston, people who I know that have been to Chicago and some that haven't, but I know for a fact that this event gave them some insight to what really takes place at Steppers events across the country, and it's particularly in Chicago, because I haven't experienced anything like this outside of Chicago in my life.
It's never been done. It's never been done
exactly.
before.
It has never been done. NIKEE, you pulled it off, and with that, this was to me a great encouragement for those who are around the dance, who need to learn more about the dance, who are more, should be more mindful of what takes place in these environments, everything down, especially with the culture of it all. Because if you were a person who's not from Chicago and you just hung around some of these people and everybody was so warm, nobody was tripping, nobody had nobody was on no I'm better than you, man, wasn't none of that. They were embracing everybody. We have a particular guy from right here in San Antonio. His name is Dallas Brown. He is a person who is very hungry for the dance. Huh?
Yes, that's my man, Dallas. Yeah.
And he said it was definitely a major game changer for him, and he's hungry for more.
Yeah.
So when we have things like that,
I'm glad to walk in. We gotta I just want to implore people to take our pop-up classes when we come around and really embrace all the aspects to get ready for preheat volcano eruption 2 coming around.
That's right.
Volcano eruption 2 is fire sale will be coming very soon. Pre-order your tickets right away because
all right, y'all hear that? The fire sale for pre-orders for tickets for Texas Heat 2022 are coming up very soon.
Totally packed in the next week, because we got to look at the numbers to be able to we can navigate smooth like this ain't Southwest. We ain't about to lay out nobody because somebody.
Yeah, Southwest kind of dropped the ball this week.
They dropping it, but they'll be back on staff in a couple of days.
Yeah, well, because this thing is, I would like this to me makes you an ambassador of the dance on another level, and it's been very, I think, good, absolutely, for everybody. Now, Saturday. The big day.
Let me stop you right there. Let me say this to everybody.
Go ahead.
I want you to put a disclaimer, because I'm gonna critique each couple play by play. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna let everybody know I'm not gonna hold back any punches. And when I say that, I say this in love, and I'm being truthful, because I don't want nobody out here thinking there's no need for improvement. I think all of them did a beautiful job. And then finish what you're saying, because I'm gonna take a play-by-play, because I'm really want to be mindful.
Well,
I want to be able to send the love straight to these individuals, from the heart. This no shucking and jiving, because in Chicago you don't shuck and jive. You go around the wrong street. I done told you. You go down the wrong street, you're gonna get a pumpkin head. I'm telling you. Go down the wrong street. You think I'm playing.
let me preface what we're getting ready to get into by saying this right here. This was an opportunity for people who have never experienced something on this level. What I loved the most that stuck out to me was the fact that we had straight up unknowns on the floor.
Yes.
People nobody has ever seen, who didn't feel intimidated. They didn't feel like they weren't good enough. They felt like, I'm going to try this. Now, despite any criticisms that may come from the outside world or from the public.
Yes.
If you haven't at least tried this, guess what? Whether they won, lose, or lost or draw, they got one up on you now, because they've done something that most people only aspire to do. Yes. Because it takes a lot to get up on that stage, regardless. So at the end of the day, when you give them this love conversation, be clear. I congratulate, and I know you do too, and you just said it, we congratulate all of these people for their participation and
But
their
I want
effort.
them to see it. I want them to hear it from us and the whole Facebook world and the energy. And I want them to all hear this. So we're going to take it category by category.
Okay,
So we're going to start out the new school.
let's
When
go.
I say the rookie of the year, I got to get a rookie of the year. I got to give him a clap. I got to get a rookie of the year to Mr. John Seegers and his lovely partner. We got to give him a clap.
Yeah, I give it to him.
My man is a beast. When I say he's a beginner, you can't. He has the heart of a goddamn lion.
He does.
When I say that,
He
and I,
does.
and I mean that because he actually showed up and showed out.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was really trying to knock over LeBron, and I'm LeBron. He really trying to knock over LeBron. I'm like, and I'm just like, he's the force. He's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next. Now, if anybody else got anything, so you got anything to chime in, Mr. Forbes?
No, I actually enjoyed John's dance. I've always enjoyed John's dance. My only, I guess, concern where he is concerned is I really want to see him. I know he has greater potential than even what we saw, and I really would love to see him in the stepping world with both feet, not half over and swing out and half in stepping. I would like to see him all the way in stepping. And I believe if that happened, he gonna give him hell. Believe that.
He told me, and we talked. He said, "Nike, you gonna like this song?" I said, "Listen, John, don't forget what I told you." And when that first song came on, I'm like, "Ooh, ooh,
Mm-hmm.
ooh." He didn't
If he puts both feet into stepping, he gonna be something. He gonna be somebody to contend with.
I'm telling everybody, he put us on notice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't disagree. Did you say you want to say something?
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. Next, what you got next?
Okay. Next, I gotta talk about my girl Ann
Mm-hmm.
and her my man, and I'll let you say his name. My boy Ron
Brown.
Yeah.
They were good. Even with a wardrobe malfunction.
I thought that was planned. It was A1.
He still got it
A1.
in. Yeah, definitely.
And I loved her smiling through the whole event.
Yes.
Yeah, she smiled through it all. And that to me, when I see that on a dancer, especially somebody that's not considered a professional dancer, when I see them smile and enjoy that dance and there's nothing that moves them or shakes them and they're in their own world like that, I think it's that for me, that I'd score the hell out of them just for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love their music and everything. Next, we got to talk about Todd and Angel.
Okay.
Loved it.
Good days.
Loved it. It was balanced. I could say for all the couples, they were all balanced. That's what I was so shocked about. Because I was looking for some imbalanceness and I just didn't see it. I was like, and I'm really a crucial critic. Like I'm watching everything, like music, switching, like, miss hands, because I do this. Right.
Well, no, I thought, and it was hard for me to completely watch everything. I actually have gone back and started watching some of the videos myself today and yesterday. And I thought, to myself, I said, it's really refreshing to see new faces and just people enjoying what they're doing, just enjoying the dance and really making a good showing. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with that 100%. Iris and Chris Skywalker.
No, they was in the original old school. We going too fast.
My bad.
We
got to get through that. Okay.
We're gonna talk about 4 people at once. Now we're gonna talk about the veterans.
Okay.
Barack, Kirk, White, and Barack's partner. Them 4.
Yeah.
And them 4 have, they've been through the ringer. They know what it is. They know what it is. And I could say all of them combined, you would have thought that those novices that came in, you would have thought they've been in the game as long as the veterans. You see what I'm saying? So, but it's a changing of the guard. and it's been put on notice.
Yeah,
It's
I've been
changing
saying
the
that, and I think that this event is actually going to help to facilitate that.
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
that
It's gonna
your
usher-
event is most definitely going to be one of those events where more people are going to be coming forward to try to get their feet wet in the competition world.
That's
Absolutely.
what my wife was really like pushing for. Like the person is really not sure because they think it's the bureaucracy of the dance or the Democrats of the dance, and it really give a more connection to the world large. It's like a catapult to bounce back and forth because
Right.
world large itself is coming, is here now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect segue. You know, I love the fact that even like, you know, you got Pete out there, man. Pete doing the commentary, you know, and handling things. I mean, it's again speechless. I don't even know what to say. I'm usually a man. I usually got something to say about everything. I can't even say nothing, man. It was just on point.
I'm a Virgo. I do that. That's what I do.
You mean we Virgos? You know how we roll.
Yes, we are. And we're not gonna shortchange nothing because
that's right. No shortchanging, baby. It's got to be the best it could be.
Now we gotta move into the original old school.
All right.
Now we can speak on Iris.
Now we can speak on
Skywalker.
Iris and Chris Skywalker. I loved their dance.
Loved it.
Iris was smiling. They looked good. She was in there. You know, she put her little shimmy shake in the game. Man, I was like, look at them go. Almost brought a tear to my eye. I was very happy to see that.
Shorty Smooth loved them. Pete Frazier loved them.
They were.
He was supposed to have another dance, but I think she broke her leg or something.
Broke her leg.
So I think.
Wait, what happened? Did she get injured?
Not Iris. It was somebody else. So I think the way.
The other dancer.
That much time
Okay.
to practice, so I think they really looked excellent.
Butter.
Yeah, his original product was butter.
Butter. Okay,
Butter.
That's what it was. And then who came next after them? We had Ken and his partner. Now I got to give props to him and her for being able to work the floor the way they did, and her have her arm in a sling the whole time.
Wow. Wow.
That was major. I just was like, wow.
I give props to her, like real props.
Right. Because like, who does that? Who love this dance so much that they can dance injured?
So.
And heels too.
Most people would have dropped out.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, they did that. Who else we got? Because I don't have a list in front of me.
Mr. David Joyce.
Oh,
and his partner, a.k.a. Butterfly.
Butterfly. Right.
Now, they went in the crate. They went in the paint. They went all the way in the paint. I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, they got it done. Some of the parts with, you know, they were able to effectively use footwork and you know, they did enough to get the position they got. So they put in the work, obviously.
High energy dance.
Right. Good high energy dance. I heard that there were some questions. You know how people are. They're not satisfied with the results. But one thing that I made sure to point out to any and everybody who had any question about any of the results of any of these competitions, understand one thing. There was about 500 years of collective stepping on that judges panel. And please know that and all of them were Chicagoans. And please know that if whatever positions anyone received in terms of winnings, they did something that impressed the judges enough to get them where they were. So whatever it was, it ain't nothing to talk about except congratulations.
And it was very close. And I know leading up to this, Shawnette or Butterfly, I should say now, I know she was really passionate about it. She's been to the city multiple times. She took a lot of privates. She had her outfits together. And I was happy to see her win because I know what it meant to her and what she put into it. She's been passionate about stepping though for a while. When I first met her, she wasn't, I remember she wasn't really long into the game. This was several years ago,
and
Right.
she just was. You could just tell then she was very hungry for
Yeah.
the dance, and so
Yes.
here she is again. You know,
And also to have the freedom and the confidence.
right?
Uh,
That
and
part.
that's something that a lot of skilled people don't have.
That's right. Absolutely. That part right there. The fact that, she got out there and she did it. You know, there are people who have been dancing a lot longer than her
Yeah.
that
True.
couldn't pull it out on them, just wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to get themselves to say, okay, let me get out here
Oh,
on
yeah.
this stage and,
She had the
so
Yeah.
she did it. She did that. And
Yes, she did.
fortunately she had a great dance partner, and they were able to go out there and put on a nice show. So I was very good. Kudos.
And how many years experience is beginner?
She really a beginner, like about
Yeah, I would put her in that category. Yeah.
like 2 years since I've been down
Yeah.
here.
I think
Since
too.
I've
Well,
been
I'm
down
gonna say
here.
this. I would say about 2 years. I want to say
Yeah, 2 years.
that before,
Maybe 3.
I think we met her. I think probably a year, not quite 2, before the pandemic.
Right.
So,
Yep. Yes.
and then of course, nobody was dancing for that year. So I would say
Right.
she was about at a 2-year mark, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So, but again, hungry for the dance, and I've seen her at other major events. I've seen her move around. She'll get up and she'll go somewhere else where there's stepping
Right.
going on. So,
Like her and John are the 2 rookies of the year, female and male. You know, them 2 right there, like they hungry. They out there.
those are the ones I like to watch. The people that are hungry for the dance. We got a couple down here in San Antonio that's pretty hungry. They gonna be coming real soon.
Okay.
Of course, when we gonna have
Yeah,
that
now
Nike
we-
experience down here to work with
Yes,
them though.
it is. Now the veterans that we got coming up with Swan and his partner,
Right.
and then the boss. Don't forget, his name's not Ted anymore. It's Boss.
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 Oh, okay. No more Ted. I call him
more
Terrible
Ted, his
Ted.
name
No
is
more
Boss.
Terrible Ted. Boss.
Boss.
Yeah, he did that. He did
Them
that.
2, they brought the thunder. They brought the thunder. They
Yeah,
brought
he
it.
did.
Between them 3, it was like you could have. All of them did so well.
Well, I was told the scores were very close between them.
Oh yes, it was close. It was really close. Like close. When I tell
Right.
you, it was close. It was
Yeah.
crazy close. Well, all of them was so close, and it was 1,000 years experience on the stage. It kind of blew my mind. I was that. Okay, we're gonna keep that a secret.
Exactly how close it was.
No, love, tell them how
It
close.
was 4/10 of a point
That's how close it
Wow.
was.
between second
Wow.
and third place.
0.4 of a point, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all hear
4/10
that?
of a point.
Yeah.
That's pretty doggone close. That's actually closer than I thought.
Way like, did you hear what did you hear what Crystal said when she counted out? Because I gave her specific instructions. I don't want to see nothing. I don't know nothing. I'm the CEO. She the CFO and the CEO combined. I don't want to know nothing. That's
Right.
all on them up there. I ain't look. I just
That's right. That's right. And that's the same. That's the same sentiment I have.
Right. I ain't read nothing. I ain't going to. Whoever bring the thunder and lightning that night. Because
Right.
what a lot of people don't understand, the people you expect to do what they do, it always be one of them dark horses that will come in out the way.
Yep.
I didn't tell
An
anybody.
upstart.
The first person I told was Pete Frazier on the dance floor before he announced it. I didn't even tell him who the ties were,
None
who
of that.
had placed. I didn't tell anybody. I wanted it to be fair.
Yeah.
And
You know, it's
how
funny
it
because
worked.
even after the event, I got a couple of phone calls, and I had somebody suggest, they said, man, you need to get your hands on them scorecards, man. I want to see. I was like, bruh, I would never, ever. I don't care what the scores were. The bottom line is the winners won. That's it.
But I want to say this. They all winners because the fact this is like our gala.
agree.
Yeah, this is like our World Series, NBA Finals, whatever you want to call it. The Gale Awards, or the Music Awards, whatever, BET, whatever. This is the Texas Heat.
That's right.
You are allowed
Texas
to tell-
Heat.
It's like this is the way you display your talent. You work on your craft, and this is the outcome you get. Because the thing is, this will last with you for the rest of your life. These video footage, you get to show your grandkids, kids. You see, I done switched up my look because I'm now in the brain. I had to take off my hair off. Now I'm Professor Xavier. You see my guy, Professor Xavier NIKEE. And this is my storm over here.
You see how your wife looking at you?
Phoenix. This is Storm Phoenix. And we are the X-Men. Malcolm X.
Boy, you crazy. All right, so who we got next?
We got we did Boss Hog, so we go into the Walkers.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta give it to my boy Swan.
Yeah.
Swan, and then my girl Bridget, and the drops.
Yeah. Yeah, they got it in. They did that.
Now I gotta give a shout out to my boy from San Antonio and Butterfly.
Yeah, Lorenzo.
That was
Lorenzo and Butterfly.
It was epic for him they had the courage, the guts to get out there, and he did something I would have done. I'd have went the opposite way. Everybody was on it. That's what I'd have done.
I'm gonna say this. I found out about him dancing like at the very, very last minute.
2 weeks.
Huh?
He said he was doing it 2 weeks. I said, oh
yeah.
Lord,
and the funny thing was, I was trying. I really, I thought to myself, I was like, why didn't he come and ask me, what to do? Like, let me give him some quick pointers, right quick, But I thought about it and I said, after it was over, I said, first of all, major props to him and Butterfly for going on and doing that. He is a person who is also hungry for the dance, and he loves the dance. He loves the dress, and he is becoming more acclimated to the culture.
This is his first time traveling.
Tanya Anderson on here commentated, Lorenzo had no fear. That part, right there.
Remember this, Brian? We did a workshop, Brian. Remember this? And Crystal was talking to Mr. Lorenzo. And he was like, man, I'm coming. He said he came out a different workshop. It was over from there. I seen it in his eyes. I'm like, uh-oh.
So I give him mad props, and he represented San Antonio, and we're happy for him that he was able to compete. And like I said at the top of this, as far as I'm concerned, he's one up on the next person who won't get out there on that floor out of fear. So the bottom line is he already didn't have any fear. Now he's got even less. So I can tell you this much. When he get through with another NIKEE Experience workshop and he get himself together and understand in this thing right here, he gonna be something to contend with on that walking tip.
He had the theatrics. You can tell he's gonna be a beast. He's just a little training. That was 2 weeks. So imagine what a couple months will do. We got all the next year.
Before I forget, I want to thank him. He brought me a gift for the baby Friday night when I was passing out wristbands. He had a gift, some real cute stuff. I wish I had it with me to show y'all. He said he picked it out himself.
That was nice.
And that was just so special to me.
That's why I love San Antonio. Everybody here is so sweet. That was nice.
That's what you got to love about San Antonio, Texas. These people down here are awesome, man. They are.
And Elsie Henderson also had a gift for us for the baby, and I want to say thank you to him as well.
Props to LC for that.
The technician, don't forget, put the technician on his name. Put some respect on LC name.
So now on the Walker side, okay. See, we got Ted. We had who else? I guess we covered everybody, didn't we?
That was all that was in it.
Okay.
Well,
and then now
kind of skimmed over the drops in New School.
Yeah.
I just have to mention the energy that they create.
Yeah.
That world large.
Yes.
So
high energy, super high energy.
For our contest.
Yes.
Because I knew what they were going to bring and how much people were going to enjoy it. And, with that music, that showmanship, they're really doing something that I feel like nobody else is doing. And
I got to get a lot of Barack. That's my man. Barack.
Goes without saying. I like that dude, too. He's a very cool.
But to me, John Seger started. He got the pot cooking. He got the pot cooking.
Yeah, he did that.
He turned
because he did some things that we don't normally see. We don't generally see in Steppin. Hey, NIKEE, while we right quick, I want to address something.
Okay.
Earlier today, I was on Professor Reggie Miles' show,
Yes.
And they were having a discussion about old school, new school categories.
Mm-hmm.
And like them, in the past, I have had some levels of confusion about what differentiates the categories and what is allowed and what is not. I would like for you to take a moment and help the general audience, the people out there in the world who aren't really familiar or really understand what the categoric differences are in competition. Aside from that, why it shouldn't be categorized outside of competition as old school and new school. If you could help the audience with that, I think it would be a good thing.
I want everybody to take out their pen and paper right now because the professor's about to speak. Now, what you got to understand, everybody,
they can't see you.
Long ago, it used to be a category called freestyle. It was freestyle. Then we had 39 and under, and then we had a category from 20 to 39 and up. Now, what happened was they merged new school and freestyle. But next year, me and my wife discussed we're going to bring the freestyle category back. Now, in original, it's not a lot of spins, not a lot of trickery here and there, but you can push the envelope because George Macaroni, Kim Bowie, the different greats did do those things. Lionel, LC, different ones like that have pushed it. Tony Dow in that category. Now, new school, anything goes. Turns, tricks, dips, anything. Now, you can't do dips and tricks in original old school. So that's why people kind of expect everybody to stay to the letter of the law. But we give you some leeway. And then the musicality. See, in the original, you can't use music from the Migos. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Because the judges are not gonna feel that. You gotta go to the classics. You gotta go to the classics. If you really trying to make a showing and do a classic that somebody hasn't done. I'm giving the gems. For me, I would use somebody like El DeBarge, All This Love, Shalimar, Stevie Wonder, Superstitious, to get the crowd going. You see, in new school, you can do that. But if you don't pull it off, that's why I say John has the ability to do that. You see what I'm saying? He's agile enough, and he has enough fearlessness in him that he will try it. He will try it. But originally, you're supposed to keep it showmanship. Your partner don't outdance your partner. Smooth, classy, and it's really the difference with the music.
Okay. Well, see, and that's what I think that across the board, across the country, there needs to be more clarity brought to that topic so that people are very understanding of what those things mean, and that it is not the dividing point of what a person does in their dance outside of competition.
Let me say this. Pete Fraser explains that, but a lot of people do not. They miscalculate and judge it. Because I would see couples get up in the world larger, and they'll be as smooth as ever. And I'm like, this is not that category. That this category is really new school and freestyle together. But we're going to bring freestyle back to keep the original really kind of tame, because people are losing sight and they blurring the lines is because people are using the same music.
Okay.
They'll use Vision in new school or Roy Ayers in new school and then use it in original.
Okay.
We're not talking man on man. We didn't say we was bringing back man on man. I didn't say that. You can use man on man in freestyle if you wanted to.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
Somebody that hasn't danced in 30 years and they was cold, they could do all that footwork.
Right.
What category would they want to go to? If they say, I'm going to get in the contest, which section would they pick?
Freestyle.
Okay.
Like a Footwork James or somebody like that. If you want to usher in a new way, if you want to ride on a skateboard like Weezy and them did and wear a dress, throw a wig on and pull out them skates out there like Casper, they all know.
I was just going to say that.
Okay, Speedy, you hear that?
We saw Casper get on his knees for the last time.
For the last time down at the studio. Casper
got down in Texas. Might have had to help him up, but he got out.
He ain't did that in like 35, 40 years.
I saw a bunch of stuff I ain't seen in a bunch of years down here. This thing was off the chain, man.
Off the chain. Anybody that missed it, shame on you.
Right. If you missed it, you did miss it. Please believe you missed it.
Shame on you.
Okay. So now we made it through the event. Oh, and let's not forget the food truck, man. Who were the food truck people out there that the Saturday night?
Oh my God, I call him Barbecue Joe.
Barbecue Joe.
No,
they got it in. They served it up, man. It was real good. Okay, now.
I Barbecue Express. That's the name of.
One more time, Crystal.
I Barbecue Express.
Okay. So now, Saturday after the competition.
No, wait. Now we got one more category to cover.
Oh yeah. Okay, we sure didn't talk about Titans. Doggone it. You know what? I must have forgot we didn't talk about Titans because I forgot we had a whole concert right in between those two categories.
I know. He sold all 4 albums.
Carmichael sung all of his songs.
All 4 albums.
But he put on a great show. I got to give it to him.
He did. But he sold 4 albums.
Now the Titans. So we had. Well, you know who they all were. You announced them.
Drew Alexander and Tabitha.
Drew and Tabitha and Doc and
Doc and my girl Vicky Henning. All of them.
Yeah, Vicky Henning. Right.
You see, I told Doc, you got to go in the middle, bro. You got to get in the middle for this money, sir. You ain't about to shortchange me. You ain't shortchanging us. Y'all gonna get out, and I loved it. They battled.
Yeah, because by them being on that floor like that, it was hard for the judges to see the footwork on the closer side. Even for me, videotaping, I was happy to see them go down the middle of the floor because I was able to capture their entire body.
Let me drop some more gems for everybody got the pencil and paper. If you looked at the floor and knew where the judges was, you should have stepped further to the back. So you know who did that? Boss Hall.
Yep.
Ted
did that. Yep.
He went all the way to that back. But we're going to make some corrections next year. We're going to have the stage elevated.
Oh, by the way, just so you, just right quick, Lynette Moore Butler wanted to make sure you got a shout out for putting on your show when you were singing the Crystal. And, you was over there doing your thing. You know I got that on tape, right?
Did anybody tape it?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you didn't post it. I didn't even see it.
I got you.
I was doing my thing.
I got you. We got you on video over there serenading your wife, man. That was beautiful. It was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. All right, so now in that Titan category, we had a phenomenal show.
Yes.
It ended up becoming a tie. I found that not curious, but and now a lot of people were watching the feed when that happened. And everybody on the feed was like, dance off, dance off, dance off.
Yeah.
They wanted a winner.
Yes.
That's 4 minutes too long.
No, because we'd have sent them to war. It was going to go down. It was going down.
So, NIKEE, let me ask you this. Noticeably, you had them to perform 4 minutes rather than the traditional 3. Give us some insight on that.
What I wanted to show is the complexity of the dance and really get everybody into like watching just one couple at a time and really a showcase for the South. Because I know a lot of people down here don't have a chance to go up to Chicago. And then, it brings balance and stability to the Steppers world because for the longest Chicago had a stranglehold on the contest forever since we did it with Budweiser.
Right.
It wasn't no out-of-towners coming in invade, but the invasion is here. They have definitely invaded, and we have to embrace them and love them.
Right.
So the 4 minutes, because you remember, in the world law, it's like so many couples. You looking back and forth, you might miss some. Right. Now we get to specifically watch you,
right,
and really enjoy your dance instead of having a tennis match.
Yeah, I like that Pete did that this year in the world's largest, and I like that you also did it. So that we don't have to see too much happening all at once, and you get a chance to really critique each couple and watch their dance and be very specific about what's going on. I like that a lot better personally because I like to watch. I don't want to be looking across the floor and then you hear the audience go, oh, because they're watching that guy, and that kind of thing.
Like,
so,
what I missed?
Right, exactly.
You missed, like, the butterfly dropped it to the ground. Butterfly dropped on him. Dropped it to the
Right,
ground. I missed it. I missed it. I was over there watching Swan them on this side.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, that was a good thing. Now I want to get back to Saturday night after the competition.
Oh yeah.
Man, back to the studio. And by the way, I came in a little later than most people because after the competition, I had to pack up. I had to pack up all my equipment and take it to the hotel. So we got there, I think it was about 1:30 or 2. Mm-hmm. And it was on and popping. When we walked through the door, it was on and popping. 2 a.m, after party, and my man Larry Duncan, the studio proprietor, he said, we're going to be here till the last step of say, ouch. He said, we ain't going nowhere. He said, because we was having a brunch the next morning, he said, if we still here when the brunch start, then you just go in there and get you some more food, because that's how we rolling tonight. And man, listen.
That's old school Chicago party.
Yeah, most definitely.
Go to the other place after the last set.
And it was on. So I got a lot of really good footage from that event.
And Beamer showed out. Man, she served, oh my God, we at night eating. Tony Boyne called it food.
I was just getting ready to, that's what I wanted to talk about. The food.
Remember, the days were blurred. What did we have Saturday night?
That was that was the chicken and dressing with salad. Exactly. Look, man, that was a put you to sleep meal.
I done passed out again, bro.
That was a straight up put you to sleep meal right there. Man, it was crazy. It was crazy. Now, I want to back up right quick though. I want to talk about the workshops. The workshops were phenomenal. Now let me ask you this though, NIKEE. Did you expect that many people for the workshops? It was a lot of people in there. It was organized, but it was a lot of people.
You need to ask her that question because, see, I don't do the books. I don't do the books.
I don't do the books.
I don't know.
I anticipated, because we made it all inclusive, that we would have big numbers.
Okay.
If we had charged them for the workshops, we may have had less people, but I assumed that by it being free, a lot of people would come out.
Okay. And they were great. Y'all ran them side by side and one behind the other. And
I have to thank the instructors, because I didn't really do anything but sit there and make sure everybody had a wristband on, and they really didn't seem to have a problem whatsoever maintaining order and giving a good class with all of those people.
Props to all the instructors. Now, and it's funny too, because even NIKEE came through and he said, man, make sure these people all got wristbands on. And me, I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo too. I'm OCD. So now I'm watching everybody's wrist. I'm looking around like, who got on the wristband? Everybody had on wristbands. We didn't have no stragglers. Wasn't no, freeloaders or none of that. So, that was a beautiful thing. And like I said, I want to give props to all of the instructors for doing a phenomenal job. I want to give particular shout out to a couple of the instructors who made sure that the whole time they were there, at some point or some part or the other, they made sure to interact with every person that they came in contact with in their part of the class. And I thought that was phenomenal, and it made an absolute difference to so many people. It definitely made a difference. That's the reason why I know about it, because I know how they felt being able to. Yeah, big thumbs up to them. So I know for a fact that absolutely was effective, and it was a great thing. So, Dallas Brown says the instructors was phenomenal. He learned at least 2 things from each one. See, now that's when you know you're doing your job.
You take a gem for each one of them. Just take a gem.
Yeah.
You ain't trying to reinvent the wheel. Just take what classify and work with you, and then we just enhance that.
Extra sensory overload.
Yes.
Now the next thing, Sunday morning, if you was able to survive Saturday night,
Yeah, wow. The avalanche. We call it
Sunday
the avalanche.
morning.
The hurricane.
And I swear, Sunday morning was nothing more than a continuation of Saturday night. And I swear you'd have swore you was in Saturday night, Sunday morning. And we ate real good Sunday morning as well.
Yes.
My favorite is French toast.
French toast and omelets, man. Really?
Oh,
Really,
yes.
dog?
Yes.
Really, dog? Come on now.
Yes.
That was crazy.
I think Crystal did that.
Was that you,
No,
Crystal?
actually, that was Larry Duncan who found that caterer for us, and he kept trying to meet up with us to discuss the menu. And finally, I just had to tell him, Larry, we holding you up. We got so much going on. You just make the call.
Well, Larry Duncan did a phenomenal job.
But I made sure he had some turkey over there for me.
At
Now,
no
I'm not
point,
turkey.
Yep.
at no point during this event was I hungry.
We never.
If we had time to eat.
We never ran out of food.
Nope.
We never ran out of. I want everybody to know, even at the contest, I had water stations and lemonade from our Caucasian family members.
Our dog is still
Hey, wait a minute. I drink lemonade. What you trying to say?
And right now, our dogs are still eating leg quarters because there was so many leg quarters left over. We ain't feeding them no food. They so goddamn happy now. They trying to jump over the fence.
The dog said, "Have another party."
Right. They can't wait till next year.
Yes, man, ain't that good. They was fighting because
That's
one was
funny.
trying to get next to the German Shepherd. Tried to get it was we had I had
I
to put
want to
him in
say
the kennel.
this because we're not pork eaters. We're not pork eaters, and I appreciate that you had consideration for people who are pork eaters and vegetarians.
Yes, yes.
That
And the
was great.
omelets, her omelets,
Phenomenal.
Yep. I had a turkey
Man,
omelet.
Man, we had an omelet. It was super good. I love my omelets, and she killed it. So yeah, again, it was one of them things where it was like the dance was first, and everything else came second this weekend.
I don't even think we bought any food. Oh, we
Hey,
went
wait,
out.
but-
We
but
went
the
out-
cool
on
off,
Friday.
yeah, we broke everybody's ankles. The cool off, everybody
Yes,
said
sir.
they submitted. They bowed down. They were like, I'm done, Nike. They was
That's
like,
it.
I'm done. Tori and
That's
them
it.
like, I'm done. I'm done.
But who hung in there with us was Dre.
Andre Black, I gotta get
He actually drove the shuttle. He drove the shuttle to the cool down, and he gave an impromptu class
All
for
right.
the people who were there. So
Oh,
you
wow.
weren't there. You missed out on a special small class with Dre.
Yep.
And
Oh
he
wow.
drove back to the hotel.
And
after.
the Casper slide had Casper Driving Incorporation, and we had our boy Keyboy driving, and Sean Bandy hung in there with us.
That's
and
what's
our
up.
Steppin brothers sisters out of DC.
Yeah, I heard it was like Soul Bus instead of Soul
Yeah.
Plane.
Oh my God, we had
Yeah.
Frank White.
Yeah, Frank White.
I have to say thank you to my brother-in-law.
Yes.
When you talked about how long we went, that was something I didn't think about when I asked him to drive the van. And so he hung around transporting people till 4 a.m. and still got up at 9 o'clock to do it the next morning for the
Wow.
workshop. For the
And didn't get home to find something. in
Props
the
to him.
movie.
Props to him for that.
Props to my brother-in-law and his lovely wife. That's her sister.
My sister was the one helping me hand out wristbands.
Yeah.
She also took money for anybody paying at the door Saturday night.
Yeah. I
And
saw her
because
putting in work.
Because I was so unwilling to delegate, they end up taking on a big burden of everything that I realized I could not do myself.
Yeah, and Belinda. It was them
That's
three
the beauty of
coordinators.
family.
She didn't want to put LeBron in the game. She had me on the bench.
Hey, look, y'all had all the right people in all the right places. That's all I
Yeah.
can say.
You did right, Crystal, not to have him there. We know how Virgos do.
So that was him. That was him. He never packed his clothes. So every day he was back at the house getting something. He wanted to get a haircut the day of.
Because I got to be cute. I got my hair cut every day.
Hey, y'all gonna stop all this Virgo hate. Ooh, wait a minute. Hold it. I gotta take this little moment right here and give a shout out. Man, listen. I went to the Galleria Mall. There's a new barber shop in the Galleria Mall down there next to Macy's. My barber in there, was it Nordstrom?
It was Nordstrom.
Next to Nordstrom's. The barber in there, her name is J-Lo.
What?
Man, when I tell you I had the best shave and facial I ever had in my life.
Wait a minute, I gave you the best pitch.
Look,
check it out.
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Nike,
you'll like
Nike,
it,
Nike. I
You could have
promise
came
you,
to
bro.
Nike.com. You could have came to Nike Express.
If
I'm a
no, I couldn't even get. I couldn't even talk to you. I told you. You told me. You told me you was going to get a shave. Yeah, and I told you. I said I need one too, and I didn't hear no more from you. Anyway, let me tell you this. J-Lo. What's the name of that barbershop? Something Barber. Anyway, the guy that owns the barbershop is actually from Chicago too.
Oh, wow.
Listen, when I tell you, and she's actually from San Antonio. She lives in Houston. My Houstonians, man, you want a good haircut and a shave? Go see J-Lo at that damn barbershop in Galleria Mall down there by Nordstrom's. I cannot name it right now. I got
It's
a card
one
in there
of them
somewhere.
1940 barber,
Man, listen.
spots. You get that old hot towel and the razor
And I'm from Chicago where they do
facial
this.
massage.
Old girl laid me out, Jack. I was in that chair like I ain't want to get up. So I had to get that shout out right quick. Okay, back to
I seen
Steppin.
you was crispy.
Man, she hooked me up, dog.
I just want to continue from what I was saying about the bus. When I finally burnt my brother-in-law completely out, Casper took over for us. He drove people to the airport. He drove people to get food. He drove people to the studio.
And the dollar store.
And the dollar store.
The
The dollar store in the neighborhood was
Express.
closed when we tried to go in there.
And then Drake took over the very last leg for us. He even helped us return the van.
And Keyboy came in.
Yes,
came
sir.
in the fourth quarter.
That's my guy,
He
man.
went
Shouts out to
his
Keyboy.
man out.
Yeah, I mean, so many people just offered
Kicked in.
help without being asked, and they really meant it, and they really delivered.
But see, that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that's
That's
what
what I
love.
mean about this event. It had that kind of energy. It was that kind of energy. I had people literally asking me, did I need help with my equipment? What did I need? You know, that
Yeah.
man, look, you can't ask for no more than that, man. Look, so the event itself was phenomenal, but what the event born to go with it is a
No,
whole
bro, I
nother
feel
level.
nostalgic because I feel a little sad because it was such a blast. My wife was like, it was like a wedding party. It's like,
it really reminded me of a wedding. Like,
I'm just like,
the energy that people came with, how we all interacted with one another,
Yeah.
how much people were committed to having fun. It just really reminded me of a wedding when you get to see all those people you look forward to seeing, and you stay up late and you drink more than you should, and you give it everything you got because it's a
Say
rare-
that part again. The
I
drink
didn't want to
more.
leave. I'm next time I'm gonna make sure I take off Monday. I didn't want to leave. I had fun. Felt like I was at a family reunion.
That's what it felt like.
That's what it felt like.
It felt like a
yeah,
family
right,
reunion.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Like when
Real
you see
talk.
your uncles get up and they ain't really danced in a while. They've been under the weather. They've been, because everybody been going through since the pandemic, and probably a lot of people have personal issues, problems, and we set all that outside and came
Yep.
into the
That's
Mecca,
exactly what happened.
and we just fellowship. It was like fellowship.
From beginning to end, because I picked the first group of instructors and DJs up from the airport, and I was tired. And when I pulled up on the curb, they were just waving, good energy, and it helped me get through everything.
Yeah. It was a beautiful weekend, y'all. Well, and then y'all had a party Sunday night.
The cool off.
Yeah.
When Dre and them took over, the cool off.
So it was just party after party. Well, look, man. Let the world know when the fire sale gonna start. I guess I got a question. In terms of venue, hotels, and that sort of thing, do you think you're gonna have to expand next year? And if so, logistically, what are you thinking?
We're gonna have to expand.
Well, one thing I'm considering is maybe getting into a hotel where we don't have to worry about transportation. People can go take a nap and come back, go put their feet up and come back. Because I felt we burnt people out. Like
Yeah.
Friday
I
night
love
was so
that.
big. People were already tired when Saturday started. So I'm looking into some hotels
I'm one of them.
who has a large enough ballroom where people can just be more comfortable and have less moving parts and transportation and all
that
of that.
sounds like a
And
win.
then, you know, I love the people that posted the beautiful city of Houston. Houston has so many amenities, and the weather was beautiful for us this time of year. So all those things are factored in.
Also, I saw a lot of people coming and going based on the shuttle. People still wanted to party, but when you
Yeah.
say this is the last shuttle ride,
Right.
Yeah.
then they gotta go.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say this: the house music. Y'all forgot about the house music.
Man, whoa.
That was
I thought I was
that
back
was
at the music
that was
box.
DJ Flex again.
Yeah,
that was
DJ
DJ
Flex.
Flex.
That was dope. That was Mike Flex and Cap. Well, it really was Mike Flex and Cap and Mike Flex. That was
Yeah,
dope.
and Casper.
Yeah, it was dope. We was at home. This is the
And that's
second
another
home.
thing.
This is
See,
the
and
second home
we didn't even
did.
mention that part.
Right. This
For
the
y'all
second
that
home
don't,
we did
Casper
right
got
now.
on the ones and twos and got it in.
Oh, Casper got in too.
He did a lot of talking that I enjoyed. That was entertaining for me in between.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Well, the thing that, like what you're saying right now, Crystal, what I think I enjoyed that part too, because there were people around who don't know a lot of the history, who don't know some of the details, and he was literally he was just dropping gems left and right for people who just who are new to the community. He was just dropping them all over the place.
And you see how many times we walk, Lord.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You know, Reggie Miles will be proud right now. He asked me on his show.
Walking it ain't. It's gonna stay alive. We gonna make sure that.
Right.
You hear me?
He asked me, was there walking? And I told him there was a lot of walking.
We walked.
We got it in.
I'll tell anybody, I'm putting all these other promoters on know. It ain't a set until you walk more than 2 songs. Trust. I instructed my DJs, like, don't play me. You know who the boss is. We walking, bro. I walk.
But people
They
had
get your
such
walk
a
on.
good time. That was the best payoff for me, is how much fun people had. People didn't come there and sit around, and people really got it in.
None of
And
that.
I applaud my men. They were going around dancing with every lady they could dance with. I mean, if they was getting it in. If a lady got at least 1 or 2 songs, she was getting it in. I applaud it. Like,
I was so scared we wouldn't have men, but I
Oh
guess
no,
the ladies.
you know what?
had
And you know what? I didn't even think of that.
tickets.
I
Say
didn't
it
even
again,
think of
Brian.
that. Huh. No, I said I didn't even think of that. You're absolutely right. Normally when we go to these sets, you don't, the men are not as prevalent, man. It seemed like we had a great mix at this event. Now that you mention it.
Every Cash App, Zelle that
Yeah.
was hitting me was a woman. So I was
Yeah.
so scared it was gonna be all women.
Yeah,
No,
a
it
nice
was
amount
it
of
was a
men. Now
great,
that
it
you
was
mention
really a
that.
great mix. It didn't even occur to me until you just said that, and you're right. It was a
Oh,
great
yeah.
mix, men and women. It wasn't lopsided.
no.
Huh.
Even if it was, because the women outnumber us anyway, because a lot of us go to war and never come back. Some of us won our minds and never come back from the streets.
Right.
So,
One thing I want to mention, since we're talking about men, is the instructors who came to the workshop who were not on the ticket
Drew.
and helped out and made little small groups.
Yes.
You know, for beginners.
But see,
or
that's
what have
what I mean right there.
Goes back to the
Drew.
law.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I mean.
There, Doc,
Tabitha. Only
Vicky.
Vicky
Yeah.
was there. We only had one
Drew
instructor
just checked in. He said, "Hey, y'all." See,
It was only one instructor missing in action. That was David Joyce. He was still
Mm-hmm.
hungover from the preheat.
so yeah, you're right. Man, listen. Big shout out to Drew. Big shout out to all of the people,
Tabitha.
man. Yeah,
Ron,
Tabitha
my
and
boy
all of
Ron,
it.
he was there.
Yeah.
Ron, Josiah.
Yes.
I
Yeah, because
forget.
Joe
Yeah,
kicked in.
Josiah
Joe
was
definitely
working and
kicked in.
helping too.
Yeah. I saw him over there working with some people.
Sheila, Annette, all of them. It
Yeah.
was just everybody was in there helping. I promise. When I got there, they was in the. Everybody had such a good time. When it came down for the slides, they said we're gonna slide and get ready for this. We're gonna slide up out of here. All of them, they're gonna slide up out of here and get ready for the contest.
Right.
So nobody wanted to chop to the right. Chop to
They
the
didn't have
left.
no more energy. They needed to rest their legs
Right.
before a couple hours.
Crisscross.
It was wore out.
Crisscross. Now cha-cha again.
Yeah. So, well, Nike and Crystal, I think we covered everything.
I got one last thing to cover.
Please do.
Speaking of low energy, we had an award that we did not present because of low energy.
Uh-oh.
And so this was Coach Cheese's idea. Coach Cheese out here in Houston.
Yeah.
He has some connections with the city. And so he had this proclamation from the city of Houston for Nike that we did not give him because after the contest and the Carmichael 4 albums,
boy, stop.
We didn't want to hold people any longer, and I just want him to know that I hated that we didn't give him his time because
well,
everybody share the live so they can see it.
I don't know if we can.
I'm gonna say this right here. Wait a minute.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm gonna say this right here, Nike. What you did was such a game changer that literally Houston will never be the same where Steppin is concerned. You have absolutely set a bar, and you've set a very high bar in the Steppin community nationally, not just for Houston. A lot of people could take a lot of notes from you and Crystal on what y'all have pulled off. This was a phenomenal event. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I think my ankles are finally starting to get some rest, but I have nothing but admiration for what you've done. Props to you both. And Crystal did all this while she pregnant, so you know y'all bad.
Yeah.
Superwoman.
Yeah. So.
I want to say this. Thank you, Mr. Forbes, because everyone I know that was at home that didn't make it felt like they was at the party. They was like, I'm going next year.
Well, thank you.
So I thought you did a good job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Brian.
you, Brian. Thank Inside Steppin.
I love the way you had it set up next to the stage, and you just added another layer.
And let me send a shout out to Miss Poppy Forbes. Let me send a shout out to Miss Poppy Forbes.
Miss Poppy Forbes.
Yeah. The engine that makes the Forbes family what it is. The engine.
Look, she definitely makes it. She definitely makes it a little bit easier on me. I ain't gonna lie, but we, the thing, I was happy to be able to get the view that I had and make this thing, try to capture as much of it as possible. And I want to thank y'all for allowing me to be a part of it and to help to enhance my brand, as well as we try to make your brand the best that it could be. So everything is, it's all connected, and it's all, push and pull. You push me, I'll pull you, and so on.
Yeah,
it's family, love. It's back to love, family.
Yeah, reciprocity. We fight. We brothers. We fight each other sometimes. You know how sometimes you gotta fight your little brother, a big brother. Then y'all be mad for like a week.
Yeah, it ain't always kumbaya with me and this guy.
No, it's not. When we brothers, we fight sometimes.
That's right. Yeah, well,
it's all in love.
At the end of the day, man, this was a beautiful thing, and I think that it's going to definitely, it's a game changer. It's going to make a difference for a lot of people, and it's going to help move us into the future of where Steppin is
giving everybody heads up before we leave, before we check out right now. The preheat tickets are going to be on sale soon, so everybody better comp them at the preheat price, because once the preheat price is over, we're going to elevate up. And about time you get to the contest, I done told you better get them while they hot. They better get them while they hot. I'm telling you. As soon as you see my wife post that, you better click your Zelle, your cash out. Yeah. We ain't sending don't send no money in the mail to me.
Well, San Antonio will be there. We was 3 tables deep. We coming 4.
Yep.
For sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to let Crystal and Nike get on down. Listen, y'all, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. All things considered, y'all did a phenomenal job. I don't know that it gets any better than this, but I'm sure y'all got something for us next year that's going to definitely make this one pale in comparison, because I know who
Yes.
you are and I know how you get down. So
Yes, you
then
did.
there's that.
The turn up is real. It's real out here in the battlefield.
That's right. It's real in the battlefield.
Texas heat.
And like
Yes.
Sheila Watkins love to say, the get down is real.
Yes.
All right,
You
y'all.
beat it.
Texas Heat.
All right. Okay, you
You
guys.
have a wonderful evening, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, I got the Bucky's baby outfit too.
Okay.
The peanut gallery back here, right?
Right.
All right, y'all. Have a good night. I'll
Okay.
talk to you
Good
Good
soon.
night. Thanks,
Good night.
everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The NIKEE experience. Texas Heat. And it was hot. It was the hottest thing in Steppin lately. This is absolutely going to be, like I said before, a game changer. It is going to allow us all in the Steppers community to enjoy this dance even further into the future. And I can't say enough good things about it. I can't say enough. I've run out of metaphors. I've run out of things to say that could give you any idea of just how great this event was. And because of that, you should truly understand that it was that damn good. And I expect that next year is going to be equally as good, if not better. There will be more people. There will be more fellowship. I want the same. I want to see the same energy that was presented. I want to see how everyone was able to just kick back, relax, leave your cares wherever they were. Because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I damn near felt like I was high through this thing. Like, I guess people, when they get high, they get intoxicated. They do it because it allows them to forget their cares and their worries for a little while. And this weekend absolutely did that for me. When I got there on Thursday, everything that was a problem, anything that I was thinking about, anything that I had issue with, by Friday morning, most of it was gone. It didn't, because the only thing on my mind was what we doing next, where we going next, who am I going to talk to next, who am I going to sit down and kick it with that I haven't talked to in 10 years or 2 years or 6 months or a month ago, who am I going to get to chop it up with today, who am I going to get to meet that I've never actually met, people that I've not had an opportunity to talk to, people. And let me give a shout out to my girl Lala Harris. She has become one of my favorite people. She's one of my bigger fans. And Lala made it her business to come see me and walk up to me and tell me how much she enjoys what I do. And that kind of stuff right there is what makes this that much easier for me and much more pleasant in terms of why I do this. Because if I can give people information, if I could help people in this dance and continue to further where we're headed, then great. And when I hear people like Lala come to me and talk to me the way she did, it lets me know that I'm doing the right thing. And so that goes a long way with me. So ladies and gentlemen, this has been Inside Steppin'. I'm your host, Brian Forbes, and I have enjoyed this, and I love all of y'all. And let's do this again sometime soon. To be exact, next Sunday next Tuesday at 7. However, before I go, let it be known that there will probably be an interview sometime over the weekend, as there was, because I didn't tell y'all. When I left Texas Heat, I smoked back down the highway I-10 to make it back to San Antonio. And when I did, rather than stop, I went all the way to the Diva Ranch. And I hung out with Coco. And while I was there hanging out with Coco, I was fortunate enough to get an interview with Audrey Unique, Lisa Alexander, and Robin Putnam, which on that rare occasion, they didn't mind talking about some of the things dealing with Steppin'. You want to see that interview? please go to YouTube. Go to Inside Steppin on YouTube. And while you guys are there, don't forget, hit those subscribe buttons because they help me to continue doing what I do. On next week, I'm going to begin putting up a Cash App and other things for donations because this is not a cheap endeavor and every little bit will help me. So it doesn't matter if it's 50 cents. Every little bit helps. But I was fortunate enough to have these three ladies sit down and discuss with us their history in the step game and what it is that makes them enjoy and love it as much as they do and having done so for so long. On Friday here in San Antonio, as the Diva Ranch is hosting Mr. Maurice Thomas. So we're going to be doing an interview with Maurice here in the studio sometime over the weekend. So stay tuned for that because I am going to put his feet to the fire and we're going to chop it up right here in the studio and we're going to talk about all things stepping, and we're gonna see what we're gonna get inside. We're gonna climb inside the head for a little while, see what's going on. So y'all get ready for that. Can I have what?
Diva
See?
Ranch, if they come at $15.
Okay, and for those of you who if you intend to attend the Diva Ranch event for the locals, there is a $15 cover, and that cover does include your meal. It's a BYOB event, so if you intend to come, just know that. And it is a pre-order situation, so don't show up at the last minute empty-handed and think that you're going to eat. You can Cash App Coco and take care of that business. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I am Brian Forbes. This has been Inside Steppin'. I love y'all, and I look forward to the next time, which will be soon. So, y'all stay tuned. We up out of here, y'all. Peace.